Assalamu alaikum and welcome all. I hope that you will be happy and enjoying a healthy life. Viewers, today's video is on a special request from one of my viewers named David. He is facing problem in growing mint and wants me to share a detailed video on it. First of all, David, let me tell you that 5 to 6 years ago, I was also in the same position like you, that whatever method I adopted to grow mint, but my mint never survived. Even then, I never gave up. I kept experimenting with this plant, and then gradually, over time, I have learned the tips to keep this plant happy and get going. These are very simple tips, not a rocket science, and today I will share all those tips with you. And inshallah, soon you will also be able to enjoy homegrown mint. So, this video will cover mint propagation, care, requirement, repotting, and even I will show you the complete update of the mint which I have planted 5 months ago. Let's start with the first step. First tip is about the selection of the cutting, what type and size of cutting you should get. While selecting the cutting, be careful, it should be a brown stem, not the green like this. Green ones will not work for us. You should select a brown, thick and healthy stem, maximum 4 to 5 inches long. Basically, we need 3 to 4 nodes at least. And cutting can be of two type. It can be fresh cutting, just like I am taking, or it can be the cutting from market bought mint. If you are using market bought mint, then don't plant it directly. First, you have to normalize its temperature because it is normally refrigerated. So we need to keep it in water to bring the temperature down. Just dip it in water for 5 to 6 hours. That would be enough. And then we have to remove all the leaves from the cutting and just leave first 2 or 4 leaves on it, or you can say first 2 pair of leaves on the top. Now simply take these cuttings and push at least 2 nodes or half of the cutting in the soil to increase the chances of rooting, because every node has the capacity to produce roots as well as leaves, or you can say stems. You can directly plant the cuttings in the pot where you want to grow them. No need to prepare its saplings. And always plant more cuttings than you need because many of them may die. That's why I'm planting 6 to 7 cuttings here. And yes, I forgot to talk about the soil. Here I am using soil from my old pots, but you can use 50% sand and 50% potting soil, the black one which comes in the packets from nursery. In fact, mint likes well drained but always moist soil, not soggy. Water should not stay in the roots. If you will get a cutting like this where there are many sprouts or shoots coming out of it, it would have better chances of becoming a healthy plant than a single cutting. But to plant this, you just have to keep it on the soil. It will get intact with the soil. That is more than enough. Don't push this down in the soil. Just to cover the nodes with the soil. Now mist the soil using the light pressure of the shower. Don't throw or pour water in it. In fact, it would be much better if you can mist the soil before planting the cuttings, or water the pot thoroughly before planting the cutting. Viewers, whenever you are doing this repotting, planting work for mint especially, it should be done in shade. And the other method of propagating mint is through water. People keep it in water and get it rooted within 1 week or so, and then they transplant it to the soil. But I have personally experienced that soil propagation is faster, less risky, and have more chances of success. Viewers, I have planted few cuttings in same way in November. Let me show you the quick update of those cuttings so that you can have an idea of later stages of these cuttings which we have planted today. Here are those cuttings. These are all the cuttings from market bought mint. I've just selected the healthy cuttings and planted them. After 1 week, they all sprouted. I got 100% result. Here again, I planted 6 to 7 cuttings in a pot. Here you can see the growth in that container after a month. And that time I pruned it because pruning is very, very important to get bigger leaves, more branches, fuller and bushier plant, which will lead to a better harvest. Otherwise, your plant would be leggy and it will have woody and thin, dry stems. I know for beginners it is very difficult to prune the plants. You can't have that much courage to do so. So you can just pinch off few leaves, the first two pair of leaves. I have shown this one in one of my videos also. I will put the link in the description. This pinching will help for further growth and more branches. I will show you just these 4 leaves I have taken. I can use them in my kitchen, and here you can see from wherever I was pinching it, see how many branches are coming out. Instead of growing as one branch, it is producing 3 more now. So this increases the production, more leaves and more branches. Even the look of the plant is very nice. Here you can see the growth of the same plant after pruning and pinching. And this is the result after another 2 months. Having said this, you can't keep your plant fresh for longer in the same container. Means your plant needs repotting after a certain limit. See, here is the situation of the same container after 5 months. And if you recognize, this is the same container from which we got the cutting in the earlier part of this video. Actually, after continuous pruning, there is a certain point where a mint plant will stop its growth and will start drying out. That is the time to repot. As an example, see this plant. It was burning. I have provided shade over this. Due to shade, these newly planted stems even were doing very well. They are looking fresh and healthy. And not even the newly planted ones, the other bottles are also doing well and even showing healthy new shoots. And this gave me an idea that the shade is working. But still, this bottle is not doing well. The plant is becoming leggy and woody in this. It means it's not affected by heat as much as it is affected by the space. It does not have the space for root growth, and we can see that it was evident. So basically it is the time to repot this. Here we got that bottle out of the frame, and now we are going to repot these two. This container which we have planted in November and enjoyed it for 5 months, and now it's time to repot this one also. This bottle I will shift to this container, and this container I will shift to this basket. It might not fit in one basket, so I have to divide and shift it. While repotting, I will talk to you about different points. Mint is basically a shade-loving plant, but as far as its sunlight requirement is concerned, it likes light but not direct sunlight. And keep it misted means it should have a humid surrounding. That will keep your plant thriving throughout the year almost. But only water it when the upper layer of the soil looks a little dry, not completely but a little dry. My routine for my mint plants are during summer, I don't water them daily. I'm watering them every other day or after every 2 days, but whenever I water them I keep misting the leaves also. And it's not a very heavy feeder, but it's good if you can fertilize it using a liquid fertilizer twice a year. Okay, if we will talk about the diseases and pests, mint hardly gets any pest because of its strong smell. So no need of any spray or any pesticide for this. If at all you want to keep it protected from pests, then you can use neem oil spray. That's all. Now here I am using the old baskets in which I have planted tomato plants. I have removed them, and now I am going to repot this mint into these baskets. Now let me show you the reasons why I'm repotting this container or this mint. Look at the growth. It means it wants to grow, but it does not have the space to grow anymore, or no nutrition in the soil. Okay, there is one reason. Look at these roots. Look at that. How much growth is there, but they don't have the soil to anchor upon. Now the size of the leaves will be smaller if they don't have space, the roots don't have space to grow much or don't have soil to get the nutrition. The leaf size will also reduce. These are basically the fiber roots, so no need to worry about. These are not the feeder roots, so it's okay if they will break a little bit. Let me remove this, but do it carefully because we don't want to hurt the plant too much. Here we go. I actually covered the base of the pot with the green net, old green net, to hold the soil basically in the container. Okay, but we have to be careful with these white roots. These are the feeder roots, as well as these are the places from where the stems will grow or the shoots will come out. As I was expecting, it can't fit in one basket, so I have to divide it. It's okay, don't worry about the stems. Even if they will be cut, it's just like pruning, they will start resprouting from the same place. Best time to plant mint is October or March. Still, you can do it in shade till mid or end of April. Then temperature will be too high to plant new cuttings, but the old ones will still survive. Don't do repotting or new plantation during extreme summers. And remember that mint leaves will change their shade a little bit. They will not be much greener as they are in winters. Now see this one. As I told you, all the nodes have the capacity to produce shoots and roots from the same place. So this type of new growth should be intact with the soil. It will encourage more growth. This should not be above the soil basically. So we will bury it properly, and that's all. We are done with this. After that, mist your plants nicely and keep them under shade as I told you. Within a week, you will feel that the plant is settled and it's resprouting. That's all for today, viewers. And if I will summarize the tips, I will say the most important tip is to keep pruning and pinching your mint. Second thing is keep it in shady, humid area. And third thing is keep it misted. For sure, your mint will do much better than before, and inshallah, you will keep on enjoying this. Hope you will be motivated by today's video and you are going to grow mint at home. Try these tips and let me know if it was helpful for you. I would request other viewers also to share their experiences in the comment section so that we can benefit from each other's experience and can get motivated for gardening. Now it's time to say bye. Take care, stay blessed, and Allah Hafiz.